Punika and Palwasha, be proud of your current and emerging stories. We are so proud of you and look forward to reading your next chapters. Please help me welcome our valedictorians for 2025, Tamika Lalonde and Palwasha Hawk.
Distinguished guests, faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025, it is an honor to stand before you today. I want to thank Ms. Mack for that kind introduction and to express my gratitude for all of the guests that have gathered here today to celebrate your loved ones.
I too am honored to be standing in front of all of you and representing all of you today. Well, seniors, we made it after all. I know at times we didn't think we would, but here we are.
Today is a day worth celebrating. Today is a day to be proud of getting yourselves here. We all owe this accomplishment to the people that make us us. That's our parents, our family, friends, teachers, coaches, and everyone else that have served as mentors to us throughout the years. But most importantly, we owe this accomplishment to ourselves. We did this. You did this. Hold your heads high, because today is cause for celebration. But it is an especially important day to remember the reality we are moving into from this point on. When you leave this school today, you won't just be walking past the same foyer you rush out of at 2:10 every single day for the last 4 years. You'll also be stepping into the newest version of yourselves. And before everything speeds up, allow yourselves to slow down and take it in.
Throughout these 4 years of high school at CCDS, that time that felt both way too long and incredibly too short at the same time, we all have gotten the question, why CCDS? At first, it feels like a simple question, maybe a bit of a backhanded comment. However, standing here today, I finally understand what it truly means. Why CCDS? And now I can easily answer that question, because CCDS is where I learned not only how to write an essay or solve an equation, but how to be a good person. To me, CCDS is kindness. It is welcoming, it is integrity. I think back to a fundamental moment in our years here, Greater Ruckus 2025, when we were seniors. One moment from Ruckus in particular that stood out to me was breakfast all together in the morning. Those mornings weren't just about food, they were about sitting together, shoulder to shoulder, laughing, sharing, being present. Those moments weren't random, they were real. They reminded us that we weren't alone on this journey, and we never were.
And while we will be moving forward onto different paths, no one any more important than another, we'll still share one thing in common. There will come a time where the only person to believe in you will be you, to believe that your goals aren't trivial, that your voice matters even when it shakes, and that you can begin again. It is from this place, this school, you will have learned what you are capable of. I ask and I sincerely hope that when that time comes, and it will, that each of you show up the way I know you are capable of, for I have seen it in the halls of this school. You have already proven what you can do by getting this far, so allow that and every other hardship you overcome remind you of your strength whenever you need it most.
That strength comes from what CCDS has taught us. You feel it the moment you walk through the doors. Whether you're having the best day or the worst, there's someone who notices, someone who cares. It might be a friend, a teacher, a coach, or even someone you didn't expect, but that is the warmth of this place. It is caring, welcoming, supportive. And because we experienced that empathy firsthand, we've learned how to give it back, to lift each other up, to listen more deeply, and to be there for one another in ways that matter. I have no doubt in my mind that each and every one of you will succeed in what you do. To those who don't have that planned out yet, it will come. Put into the world what you want to receive back, and it will come back to you tenfold.
Like every graduating class before us, we've had to face a tough truth this year, and that is that there is no going back. I know I felt that myself as well. Those moments that you wish you could return to just for a moment and do something differently. There's no going back to actually review the notes instead of just taking a photo of the board. And there's no going back to telling yourself that you don't actually work better under pressure at 12 a.m. But then there are also the more impactful moments we wish we could return to. Like going back to the moments where we could have spoken up in, but chose not to, and going back to treat the ones we love with more kindness than we had. Let this realization inform how you, each and every one of you, act in the moment, because there won't be any going back from it. We have graduated now. Leave this school as the best versions of yourself because you owe it to yourself. Afford others more grace. Be deliberate with your actions and invest in your peace, because when the time comes to make the many important decisions we will all encounter throughout life, make sure that it is the best version of yourself that will be making them, that they prioritize your happiness and build around it, giving it room to grow.
I too have been struck with many realizations this year, one of which has left a lasting impression on me. So I want to leave with you a message from my independent novel study in Miss Mann's For You English class, Beautiful Boy, that speaks to the message I want to send to you as we all move on to the next. Now it is time for us to start our own paths, and for us to step forth into the world where we can all achieve the good.
So Raiders, I'll leave you with this. Walk forward with pride and carry gratitude for everything. The wins, the losses, and those who stood by you through both. And above all, be proud, not just of where you're headed, but of how far you've come to get here. We would also like to take time to thank the people without whom we would not be standing before you here today.
To Miss Mack, thank you for truly seeing every student and always showing up with care. To Miss Latre, for your warmth, your welcome, and for always making time to listen.
To Madame, for teaching with heart and reminding us that what we learn matters. And to Mrs. McDonald, for keeping it real, giving us perspective, and making your classroom somewhere we all want to be.
To all the families who have cheered us on, thank you for your patience, encouragement, and belief in us.
To my sisters, thank you for understanding me in ways no one else ever could have. And to my parents, thank you for being my foundation and my why.
I stand here today not just as a graduate, but as a reflection of the two most incredible people in my life, my parents. Everything I am, everything I've accomplished is because of love, sacrifice, and belief you have poured into me. A special thank you to my best friend Jane Capina and my boyfriend Max. Thank you both for your constant support, for believing in me, and for being there through the chaos, the laughs, and the late nights. I could not have done this without you.
Congratulations, class of 2025.